Hey, this is a quick update for readers of my newsletter, Crypto is Easy. If you're not subscribed to Crypto is Easy, click the link below. You can see it in the description under this video. Check it out, see what you think. If you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel. I post videos here every now and then. I wanted to use this video to quickly flag something I've discussed in my earlier videos about how sentiment shifts in this market. It shouldn't matter to you. It's not something that plays into anything you see in my plan or anything that I publish. If you're a paid subscriber, you know what the plan is. If you follow me on any outlets, you know I publish on all sorts of topics. This is really more for your own mindset to make sure you're making the best decisions about Bitcoin and altcoins too, because they mostly track Bitcoin's movement. I'm going to focus on Bitcoin, but the market pretty much moves in sync for the most part. Some alts may move a little different, but for the most part, the market moves in sync. As I've shown you, in the past, this line right here on the chart, this black line, this 150 daily moving average, it's a really interesting inflection point for the market. I call it the subconscious of the market. When price goes above this line, people get really excited. When it goes below this line, people get worried. And it really doesn't have any relation to the price, but yeah, it is what it is. It's odd. It's something I've noticed. This is just another example, and I've circled it right here, where the price of Bitcoin, which is the blue line, popped above this black line. The 150 daily moving average smooths out all the changes in price over about the previous 5 months into a mathematical algorithm that just gets plotted on a chart. And recently, on the 28th, Bitcoin's price went above it. And when that price went above it, Twitter came alive. And the chat groups, all of a sudden, it went from either crickets or people being like kind of bearish, looking for, well, when are we going to go back down? All of a sudden, people got really excited. And I guarantee you it wasn't because they were looking at this line on the chart. It's just this subconscious thing. And you could say, oh, well, of course. Well, no, it was because it went so big, it went so high. But you're near people. But this is the same difference. Look, this is the same difference as 7,700 to 8,800. And granted, I know we popped a little bit far above that. I'll go to this chart. This is a trading chart. So yeah, so we popped up 9,500 at its peak, but really started people started getting excited at about 8,900. So you're talking about $1,200, right? Well, we did $1,200 back here. This was 2 days, 52.70 to this is even more. That was 1,400. That was $1,400. 5,800 to 6,000, 8,900. So we'll have these moves that are just as big, right? We'll have moves that are just as big as this. But nobody got excited back here. Nobody got excited here. And now people are really excited. It's that 150 daily moving average. And for whatever reason, it's just this psychological thing. But it really doesn't matter. And I want to make sure that we don't get too carried away right now with what just happened. It's great to be excited. Nothing wrong with being excited. There are some other things going on that are really, really promising for Bitcoin. And some of those I've talked about, the on-chain data. There are some things that, some different trends and certain price levels that some traders think are really important. I don't trade, so I don't care about that. For me, it's just about mindset and expectations. And so we've seen this before, right? We've seen this before. And I'll just go back to recent history. I don't need to go back to the bull market, bear market. I'll just start with this most recent, starting with this last time that the price went over that 150 daily moving average. People were distraught here, all through here. People were looking, oh, we're going to drop, we're going to dump, oh, when does it end? Oh, we're going to, the traders were all saying, when price started going up here, I said, well, maybe we'll go down again, maybe we'll go down like here and then bounce back up, or, people were just really bearish. And then we popped above, right? We popped above and we went up like this. And all of a sudden, like flicking a switch, I got notifications from subscriptions that I'm in. Oh, hey, the bear market's over. Get ready to buy. We're looking for buys. And the chat group started exploding. And yeah, I mean, we did go up. We did go way up, right? So it's not like I'm talking about price, or don't be skeptical about it. Just be mindful that these changes in sentiment, nothing really changes. And honestly, when people were so excited here, oh, look at this. Oh, we got this big thing. We got this big thing. Oh, it's going up to 5,200. Well, you know what? People weren't getting excited about 5,200 when the price was here. People weren't getting excited about 5,200 when the price was here. People weren't getting excited about 5,200 when the price was here. It's all about mindset and sentiment. And this line is kind of that subconscious because the price will do whatever it wants. It'll pop up, go down, up, down, up. But people's minds are still wherever this line shows it. So people's minds are here. They look and they see the prices here, and they're like, oh my God, that's great. And think about when we crashed back through. Think about all the people saying, oh, it's a dip. When we came up here and we went all the way, we crashed right through that 150, right? And people were like, oh, it's a drop, it's a dip. And even when we got this quick burst up, remember people were like, oh, we're back in business. No, no, it's because when price was here and it dropped down and we were down here, it's because your mind was still here, right? That's the 150 daily moving average. The subconscious was still up here. So you look and you say, oh, your mind is thinking, oh, we're supposed to be at 9,800, but the price is down at 7,500. So it makes you sad and fearful and bearish. And we pop back up and now it all makes sense again. It matches where your mind is. Crash back down, so on and so forth. I don't need to go too much into it. That's why I look at the on-chain data and the paid analysis, the analysis that I get from paid services like Glassnode and a few others. Um, um, you know, these services, they really dig into how Bitcoins are moving around the network. I also look at the data for myself, HODL waves, and some of the other data models, just to get a sense of what's going on for myself, about what's going on, and try to you know, really ground any thoughts that I have about Bitcoin on how Bitcoins are actually moving through the network, which is a very powerful correlation with the way price moves. So I talk about that. If you're subscribed for paid subscribers, I talk about that. It's all built into my plan. As far as what happens now, I never make predictions. I have some expectations. We'll see how it goes. There's really nothing as far as my plan for what I'm going to do. If you're, you know, paid subscribers know what the plan is. There's no action right now. There's nothing to do. It's just enjoy what we have, because thanks to the plan, we bought all this. Oh, no, sorry. We bought all this. Not quite, actually. We bought all this right there. If you followed the plan, you would have been buying Bitcoin anytime there. So what happens next? I don't know. The question is not so much whether Bitcoin will crash, but how high we'll go before we crash. Every time Bitcoin makes a move like this, it falls, and it falls significantly, like 40%. But if we keep going up, I don't know if we're going to do this, but if we keep going up to, you know, 10,000, or even if we go even higher, right? We could, who knows? It's Bitcoin. You never know. We go up like this, which would be crazy, but it's Bitcoin. You know, we're going to crash. We're going to crash down. And my plan accounts for that. There's no worries. We'll be ready to buy when the plan calls for us to do so. And for now, we're just going to enjoy ourselves. Try to take care of things that don't have to do with Bitcoin, because you don't have to worry about Bitcoin. Now, for you guys, if you're still watching this video, I really wanted to thank everybody who signed up, whether you're free, whether you're paid, it doesn't matter. It's just amazing to me. You know, this is the 6th week. I guess we're going into the 7th week that I've had Crypto is Easy. It's still growing, and that's really great. I really appreciate it. One of the good things about getting in on the ground floor of a new publication is you get to join in on the growth. I try to get 1% better every time I put out these videos. Every time I publish something for you guys, it probably, you know, probably don't see it on a day-to-day, but over time, hopefully it accumulates in better and better quality and something that's better for you, and you feel like it's more valuable. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate the suggestions, the critiques, the questions. For those of you who don't know, I work for the US government by day. I actually work for the agency that researches coronavirus. If you're tuned into the US media, maybe the world media, you've probably heard of Dr. Fauci. Well, that's my boss's boss. He's something of a celebrity right now, and my job involves some of the internal communication for which the coronavirus is a big topic. It's really kicking our ass right now. We got a lot of requests, a lot of reports. There's a lot of stuff my agency is doing on this that I'm involved in. On top of that, I have a working wife and kids. Plus, I need to publish, keep my name out there, build my author platform. It's a lot of work. And it's really you guys and knowing that you're watching that keeps me motivated, makes me feel like I'm not writing for myself, talking to myself, and posting these videos for nobody. So I know we're small, but we're growing and we're going to keep growing. So that's it. At some point, sooner or later, we're going to see some sort of drop. It's all noise. I'm going to follow my plan. I'm not going to worry about it. So far, my plan has held us strong through the crash, got us to buy between 5,400 and 7,800 with confidence. Now we'll see where it takes us. You don't have to follow the price. Stick to the plan. I'll update you whenever we expect something notable to happen. This is not one of those times we could shoot up, we could blast off, we could crash. I don't know, but it doesn't affect the plan. So it's not something that I'm necessarily worried about. As soon as it starts to affect the plan, you'll be the first to know. So if that sounds like it's not really exciting right now, I mean, Bitcoin will move. It'll move. It will always move. I'm just telling you for me, for my plan and what I'm looking at, it's not really something that I'm thinking about. But don't let me stop you from buying Bitcoin or selling Bitcoin. And if you're buying, there's never a bad time to buy Bitcoin. It's just that my plan focuses on the best times to buy. So we can capture all this. That's the goal, to capture all this, right? All that move up and not, we avoid that, the downturn. That's the goal. And I do that so that we make our lives easy. So whatever happens, I'll be with you along the way. I know things are tough. Things are really stressful. God forbid you might have lost your job, your business is not doing too well. Whatever's happening in your life, worry about that. Don't worry about Bitcoin. We're in this together. Relax and enjoy the ride.